Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my April TBR. So I think it's going to be a good reading month. I'm really excited about a lot of the things that I'm reading. Still planning to read down my shelves. I think I have 5 books from my shelves this month. I'd been doing 6 and that was a little ambitious, but we're doing well. So starting off with buddy reads, I have 4 this month, I think. Starting off with my monthly buddy read with Robin. This month we are going to read 3 Dark Crowns. I've had this book for a few years. I've had this book since before the pandemic at least, and I do not remember what it's about. If I'm not mistaken, it has something to do with sisters all fighting for the same throne, maybe? Who knows? This is also like maybe like a 5-book series or so hopefully we like this one and we'll continue, but we'll see how it goes. Next, Nat from Nerdy Nat Reads and I will be reading Single Dads Club. This is a book on KU, and I think I only downloaded it because of the cover, but then Nat told me that she also had it, and so we decided to buddy read it. What more is there? I don't know. I talked about it in my Kindle TBR, but that was a while ago, so who knows? I mean, it's a KU book, it's Black romance. That's really all I needed to know going in. Next, Steph from Stephanie Bookish and I will be buddy reading The Night Swim. So last month I had asked Steph to pick a book for my physical TBR for me to read. She chose The Blood Trials, which I'm currently reading and I'm really enjoying. Her backup plan was going to be The Night Swim, so I told her I was planning to read it this month and she was like, let's buddy read it. So I'm really excited about this. I've heard really good things. If I'm not mistaken, this also got an adaptation, so that should be interesting. And I believe someone told me to listen to the audiobook because I think it's podcast chapters or something like that. So maybe I'll do a blended read, but I don't know what this is about either. Someone with a true crime podcast. So that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard really good things. And did this get a sequel recently? I feel like that was also a thing. Who knows? And then my final buddy read of the month will be with Alana from The Awkward Book Nerd. We are going to read Beasts of Ruin. I'm excited about this one because I read Beasts of Prey last month and I enjoyed it. So I figured might as well keep the momentum going. Hopefully we like this one. Hopefully there's no middle book syndrome. And if we like it, hopefully we'll continue on to book 3. In that first book, because I actually do know what that's about, we're following 3 characters kind of, but 2 are really our main characters. One of them is training to be a part of the, I guess the military? I would call it the military. And then the other one is an indentured servant in the night zoo. So she is one of the beast keepers there. There's a particular beast within the jungle that is killing civilians, and for their own reasons, both of our main characters are looking to hunt it down. And so I really enjoyed it. I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed it actually. It's a slow start, but then once things got going, it got really good. So I'm really excited to see where it goes because the first one ended on such a big cliffhanger. Then I am finally going to read You Got Anything Stronger by Gabrielle Union. I read her first book, We're Going to Need More Wine, a while ago and I really liked it. I'll probably listen to this on audio because I listened to the first one on audio as well, and she does a very good job narrating. And she's an actress that I like and that I follow on social media, so learning more about her has been really interesting. And I think that this one in particular, she goes a little bit more in depth about things that she didn't talk about in her first book, so I'm looking forward to it. Then I'm finally going to read Homegoing. So I've had this for a really long time and I've heard great things about it, honestly. And it's just one of those books that's been sitting on my shelves for a really long time and I feel like I finally need to get to it. If I'm not mistaken, in this we're following sort of an intergenerational saga with 2 sisters and how their lives end up on different paths, and then the lives of how their children and grandchildren also go on such different paths because of the way that their lives went. So I don't know, I've heard really good things. I hope that I enjoy it. I think I will. And if I do, I will read the author's other book, which I've also heard pretty good things about. More mixed things, but still good things overall. And then the last book that I have on my April TBR is Volume 2 of Spy Family. I read Volume 1 last month and I really enjoyed it. I also have Volume 3, so hopefully that's something I can knock off very soon. I originally started watching the anime for this and I liked it, but then I figured I might as well just go ahead and read it because why not? So far, from what I remember watching and what I read, they're pretty similar. I did get farther in the anime than I have in the manga so far, but I'm excited to continue because I feel like I'm just gonna enjoy this. It's a very cute series, it's funny. The interactions between the characters are just hilarious. I've enjoyed it so far and I don't foresee that would change anytime soon. So that is everything on my April TBR. As Per usual, if I have time at the end of the month, I'll probably pick up something by Christina C. Jones because I'm working through her backlist. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know if you have any of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.